down at the ground. What's beneath the feet? First impression.
Barefoot,
Dirt.
dirt,
And is this dirt dry dirt or wet dirt?
moist.
Moist dirt. And the bare feet. Noticing them. Is there anything on the feet as far as adorning them? Or are they just bare feet?
Bare feet, a little dirty.
Very good. As you look at these feet, are these feet a man or a woman?
Woman.
A woman. If you move up the body from the feet to the legs, do you have anything on your legs?
No.
And as you move up your legs to your body, do you wear anything over your body?
Or a dress or a gown.
A dress or a gown. This dress or gown that you're wearing, does it have sleeves?
Yes.
And how are these, long sleeves or short sleeves?
Long.
And as you follow the sleeves down to your hands, do you have anything in your hands? What was your first impression?
A stone.
A stone. In the right or left hand?
Right.
In the right hand. And the stone, what are you doing with it in your right hand? Are you just holding it? Are you tossing it up and down?
Holding it.
As you hold the stone, getting a sense of what you're doing with it. Are you examining it? Are you just curious about it? What is it that you're holding the stone for?
I'm just holding on to it.
Holding on to it. Look up and around you. Noticing where you are. Are you inside or outside?
Inside.
Best as you can tell, is it day or night? Or can you not tell at all?
It's daytime, but I'm inside.
Describe to me the environment around you.
A cave or somewhere deep in rocks.
Is this environment lit up by anything?
Light from the entrance.
Where's the entrance in relation to you?
Behind me.
What's directly in front of you?
Rocks and water.
Sense, do you feel as if you're with others or by yourself in this moment?
By myself.
By yourself. And as you're there in this moment, notice what you're doing. What are you doing in this very moment?
Walking deeper in. Searching.
And as you walk deeper in, notice the feeling you have in this moment. What feelings within you?
To find.
To
I
find.
see myself walking into the water.
The water within this cave.
Yes.
And as you walk into this water, I want you to sense the intention you have for doing this. What is the intention you have for going into this water?
To search for an object or
As you enter into this water, how does the water feel to you? Is it warm?
warm.
Is this water clear or is it dark, like the cave itself?
Clear.
And notice, do you have any fear as you move into this water?
No fear.
And as you're moving in, are you an old woman, a young woman, adolescent, or perhaps a child?
Young.
What do you do once you enter into the water?
Trying to cross over to the other side where there's more rocks.
And as you're moving through this, are you walking on ground through the water? Do you have to swim across?
Both.
As As you continue forward now, what do you do when you make it to the other side? Or does something happen that you don't make it to the other side?
I'm standing on rocks now, so I make it through onto the other side.
And what are you doing as you stand on these rocks?
I'm looking around.
As you look around, I want to get a better awareness of you. The dress you're wearing. What more can you tell me about it?
It's all white cotton material.
And as you look at this dress, I'll get a better sense of it. Get a sense of perhaps the time period that this dress may represent. Do you feel what do you feel the time period is? Or perhaps the year it may be.
Before the pilgrims,
Very
not during the pilgrim time, but before then.
Very good. And as you're on the other side now on these rocks, do you move further along? Or do you do something with these rocks on the other side?
I'm using my feet to feel for something in the rocks and the dirt.
Move to the outcome of this moment, the outcome of being in this cave. Allow your mind or memory to drift you forward. And as I lightly touch your forehead, move to the outcome of what took place within this cave. Now, what happens?
I see a lot of white stones. They're huge. Some of them are the size of my hands, and some of them are the size of my arms being extended out.
And what do you do with these stones? If anything?
I want to understand.
What is it you seek to understand as you're there in this cave and these white stones are there with you?
I want to understand their purpose to help.
As you're within this moment, I want you to get a sense of your name. What is your name in this moment?
Aileen.
Aileen. Aileen, if that changes you, let me know. Aileen, you're here in this cave, seeking a purpose to these stones to help. What is it you're seeking to help, Aileen?
People who are sick.
Aileen, I want to move beyond this moment of being in this cave. I want to move forward to the next event that takes place within this day you're in. So allow your mind and memory to move you forward, Aileen, and as I lightly touch your forehead, move to the next event of the day we entered into within your lifetime. Now, looking around you, Aileen, what are you aware of?
I see a baby in front of me, a baby girl.
And what's happening?
She's either hungry or she wants me to hold her.
And what do you do in this moment?
I try to sing to her.
Do you hold her? Do you grab her?
No, she's in the crib.
As you're looking at this little one, notice the crib. What is the crib made of?
It's a basket type of crib.
Like a woven basket?
Yes.
And this little child that you're looking down on, what's the skin color of this child?
Light.
Light-skinned. I want you to get a better sense of yourself in this moment, Aileen. And as you're with this child, are you a white woman? Are you a Native American?
White.
You're white. And look around you now in this moment, Aileen. Are you inside or outside in this moment?
Inside.
Describe to me where you are.
I'm in the living room. And now I'm holding the baby over my shoulder.
And the environment around you, does it feel as if it's a large environment, like people of wealth, moderate means, or more like pioneer type people? What do you sense?
I don't sense that I'm poor. I feel very happy. The rooms are large.
Interesting. And in this moment with this child, as you hold it, is it a boy or a girl?
Girl.
And as you have, is this your child?
Yes.
It is. And do you sense anybody else there with you in this moment, Aileen?
No.
As you feel this child with you, are you able to soothe it?
Yes.
You are. How old are you in this moment of your life, Aileen?
33.
33. And are you still dressed in the same dress you were in earlier? Or have you changed?
I'm changed.
What are you wearing now?
It's hard to describe. It's gray. The top part is gray. It's white.
Is it like a one-piece dress or like a blouse with a dress?
It's like a two-piece, but it's all one on top of one another.
Very
So
good.
the white piece is underneath and the gray is on top.
Very good. As you're within this moment, Aileen, the child, how do you hold it?
I can't explain it, but like this. Over my right shoulder.
And how do you feel about this child?
I love it with all my heart.
Do you feel any concerns for this child? That there may be something wrong with this child?
No.
Very good. And as you feel this child on your shoulder, Aileen, I want you to feel its energy. Feel its essence. Is this child known to you within the present lifetime?
No.
Move further into this moment, Aileen. To the event of this moment. And as you allow your mind and memory to drift forward slightly now, into the event of this moment, what do you become aware of? Does anything change around you?
No, I'm still in the same room.
Is the baby still with you?
Yes.
Then tell me, Aileen, what makes this day we entered into an important or significant day? How come this day?
To love our children. To love the younger generation.
Interesting. We'll find out more. I want to go deeper into your day, Aileen. I want to go to the end of your day and the day we entered into. So as your mind and memory drift you forward, and I lightly touch your forehead, move to the very end of your day. You'll tell me everything going on around you. the end of the day we entered into. Now, as you look around, Aileen, what are you aware of?
I'm putting silverware away, cleaning the house.
And where are you doing this?
In the kitchen.
And are you by yourself?
Yes.
And how do you feel as you're putting it away?
It's been a long day.
Do you feel as if you have just the one child, Aileen?
Yes.
Do you feel as if your husband or somebody else is present with you in this household, or is it just you and the child?
I don't see anybody else.
And as you're putting away the silverware, even though it's been a long day, what can you tell me about your life in this moment, Aileen? Where there doesn't seem to be another around, other than you and the child. What are you aware of?
I feel that even though there's nobody around to help, I will do the best I can.
Do you feel capable, Aileen?
Yes.
I want to go back to your childhood, to the moment in your childhood that set up everything that followed, that led you to this moment we entered into. The significant moment from your childhood within your life as Aileen. As I count from 3 down to 1, drift back to that moment that led to everything that followed. 3, releasing from the time of the kitchen and putting the silverware away. 2, drifting back to that significant moment with the childhood of Aileen. And 1, looking around you, Aileen. What are you aware of?
I'm 7 years old.
And what's happening?
I'm looking up at somebody.
Is it a male or a female that you're looking up at?
A male.
And as you're looking up, get a sense of how close they are to you. Are they like right in front of you?
Yes, in front.
And this male, how does he appear to you as you look up at him?
He's tall. He looks strong. He has a beard.
And in his eyes, are they kind eyes, stern eyes, worn out eyes? What do you see in his eyes?
Somebody who's very busy. I have a sense that he's my husband now, Kevin.
And as you look at this man, notice how he's dressed, if you can. How is he dressed?
He's wearing thick clothes, boots.
So is he dressed more of a person who works the land, a frontiers type person?
He's a worker.
Very good. And as you look up at your father, Aileen, what do you get a sense is going on between you and he?
He doesn't have time for me.
And notice what's taking place for you. How does it affect you, Aileen, in this moment at 7 years old? Seeing how your father does not have time for you. How is that affecting you?
I'm very sad, but I don't let it get to me.
What makes it, Aileen, that you don't let it get to you? How come? How come you have to be so tough?
I understand we have to do what we have to do. And he wants the best for me.
Understood. I want you to notice where you are with your father in this moment, Aileen. Are you inside or outside?
I'm inside.
Describe to me the environment you're in.
The kitchen.
And the environment around you, the kitchen and the rest of the home. Is it a large place? Small place? Medium size?
It's large. It's open rooms.
And do you sense it's just you and your father? Or do you feel there's others there with you?
No, nobody else.
Move a little further into this moment, Aileen. Just allow your mind, your memory to drift you to the moment after you and your father have this encounter. What takes place next? What does he do next? What do you do next?
It's nighttime now and he's tucking me into bed. And he kisses me on the forehead.
And how do you feel as your father tucks you in and kisses you?
I understand that he's busy.
And because you understand, does that make it okay for you? Do you accept that he is busy?
I accept.
Aileen, I want you to get a sense. Is it just you and your father in the home, or do you sense there are others there with you?
There's nobody else.
Aileen, how come, what is it about this moment of your life that sets up everything that follows? What happened within to you in this moment? Or what does this moment speak to that helps us understand everything else that follows?
It makes me strong.
In what way did this moment make you strong?
Independent.
Let's see where that takes you. I want to move forward to see how this realization of emotional independence in your life is, Aileen, how it affects you further and ripples forward in your life as I count from 3 down to 1. Move to the next significant event after the age of 7. 3, 2, 1. Looking around you, Aileen. Noticing where you are. What are you aware of? As I lightly touch your forehead, release further. Noticing around you. Are you inside or outside? First impression.
I'm in the water.
And what's happening?
I'm struggling.
Notice as you're struggling, what's taking place that you're struggling.
To keep up. To grab onto something.
Where is this water that you're struggling in? Is this a lake? A pond? Is this the water in the cave?
It's clear water similar to the one in the cave.
Are you within a cave type environment in this moment? Or are you outside in the moment?
I'm in the cave, but I'm in a different part of the cave.
And as you're struggling to stay afloat in this water, what takes place?
I go under.
Go on. As you go under, how are you able to move out of this water?
I hold my breath. I open my eyes.
And what do
I'm
you
not
do?
drowning. I'm looking. I'm looking under. The floor, the floor of the cave.
And as you're looking, notice for what reason are you looking for? Is it for fun, exploration, or is there a different intention to this moment?
I'm searching for something.
Just noticing yourself in this moment, Aileen. How old are you as you're searching in this water for something in this cave?
23.
23. Move to the outcome of this moment. Not the outcome of being in this water and you're searching in this moment. Do you find what you were looking for?
Yes, I swim all the way to the bottom.
And what is it you find?
The rock that I was holding in the first time I was in the cave.
And this is your first time coming upon this rock?
Yes.
And what do you do when you get to this rock?
I pick it up and hold it in my right hand and I swim back up.
What's so special about this rock, Aileen? As you emerge out of the water,
I feel a connection to it.
what color is this rock?
It's dark.
Does it have a color to it?
A blackish green.
How about the shape of this rock? Does it have a particular shape to it?
Smooth.
Just imprint the image of this rock in your mind. When you emerge from the water, what do you do next?
I go sit on the rocks and I stare at it.
And as you stare at this rock, I ask you to move forward to the next significant event of your life. After the time of your father at 7 years old and your realization of independence. Tell me, what is it about this moment? How come we came here? What does this moment represent in your life, Aileen? As I count to 3, you'll come to full realization of what this moment means for you within the life of Aileen. 1, 2, 3. What does this moment mean to you within your life as Aileen? First thoughts.
I keep having this image that I see myself in front of the white rocks. They look like, almost like quartz. And I'm holding the little rock that I found on the bottom of the cave. And I put it together. I press it up against the big one.
And what happens in that moment?
A spark in my... I see a spark in my finger.
And does the spark travel, or does it remain there in your finger?
Remain.
Is this the first time you encounter this moment?
Yes.
I want you to again come to full awareness of what took place to Aileen in this moment, as you allow yourself to speak from a greater presence within you. What happened to Aileen in this moment?
I understand that there's something greater that is given to us.
Very good. And what greater was given to you in this moment in your life, Aileen? What happened to you?
I understand to have the need to explore outside of what we can't understand or see.
Interesting. I want to go back in your life, Aileen. I want to go back to the first time you came upon this cave within your life as Aileen. I want to know the circumstances that brought you there. So as I count from 3 down to 1, go back to the first time you entered into this cave and the circumstances that brought you there. 3, 2, 1. Looking around you. What are you aware of?
I'm back in the same cave, but this time it's my first time entering. I've been playing around in the woods, and I found myself here. And I'm really drawn to this place.
Very good. Are you by yourself the first time you find it?
Yes.
How old are you in this time when you first find this cave?
14.
14. Very good. And what does this cave become for you upon this moment? What meaning does it have for you after your discovery of this cave, Aileen?
To explore.
Very good. I want to move further into your lifetime, beyond the time of your early 30s. I want to move to the next significant event after the time of your early 30s that continues to demonstrate to us the significant events within the lifetime of Aileen. 3, drifting away from this moment now, first discovery of the cave. 2, to the next significant event after the age of your early 30s. And 1. Looking around you, Aileen. What are you aware of?
The same daughter that was the baby I was holding earlier is older now, and she's about 5 years old. And she's looking up at me, and I'm looking back at her, and I think to myself, I need to pass on what I know.
And as she looks up at you, does she seem like a receptive little girl?
Yes.
And does she seem like a happy little girl as you look at her?
Yes.
Where are you and she in this moment?
In the living room.
As you look around this moment, is it just you and she that live in this home?
Yes.
Is this the home that you lived in with your father?
It looks very similar, but I'm not getting a yes or no answer.
How old are you in this moment with your daughter, Aileen, as you're looking down at her?
Can you say that one more time? She's talking to me.
And what is she saying to you?
She wants something from me, or she wants something.
And what's your response to her?
In time.
What makes this moment significant for you, Aileen? How come we came to this moment with you and your daughter?
To teach.
What is it about teaching that became clear to you in this moment?
Teaching her what I've gone through, even though she won't understand.
Very good. Do you sense there's an urgency to do this, or do you have time to do this?
I have time.
Now let's move further on into your life and in time in the life of Aileen. I want to move to the most significant event. After this moment of realization with your daughter, but prior to your death within the lifetime of Aileen, the most significant event. 3, drifting forward now, 2, and 1. Looking around you, Aileen, what are you aware of?
I'm back at the cave again, and I'm just sitting on the rocks and meditating.
And what are you, as you're meditating, how are you positioned in this moment? How are you sitting? Like with legs crossed, legs in front of you?
Like Indian style or crossed, yeah.
And as you sit there, are you close to the entrance of the cave or further into the cave?
Further in.
Are you near the water of the cave? Or by the certain stones of the cave?
By the stones.
And how are you dressed as you meditate in this moment?
Loose clothing.
Is it the kind of clothing that you would wear on an everyday basis, or is your clothing changed, Aileen?
I'm wearing gray clothing, cotton.
And as you sit there cross-legged meditating, tune into your mind. What is it you're meditating on or about?
To heal.
To heal what?
Sounds silly.
Go ahead.
To heal the earth.
Okay. And as you're there in this moment, doing a earth healing meditation, become further aware of your life in this moment. First, how old are you as you meditate, Aileen?
45.
45. And as you sit there, you can easily tell me, how is it you came upon this practice of meditating and healing the earth? What motivated you to do this in your life?
The stone. The stone that I found.
How has this become so significant, this stone in this cave? What does it symbolize for you in your life, Aileen?
The earth gives us life. And we have to return it.
How is it you got this philosophy? Was it given to you? Did you just discover it? Did you adopt it from another culture? How is it you came to this relationship to life and earth?
Just what I've been going through, through my life, through living.
Did you live an isolated life with your father?
Yes, I see no struggles.
You say that your father and you came before the Pilgrims. Were you and he part of an early pioneer settlement of sorts? Did your father bring you across and just you and he? How is it that you became to your father alone out there? For it sounds like there were no others like you around you.
We were far away from others.
Did you have a relationship with the native culture of the land that you're in?
No.
So you came across this discovery of relationship to Mother Earth, to the Earth rather, on your own?
Yes.
Very good. We're going to move one more time, Aileen. We're going to move to the last day of your life and the life of Aileen. You'll tell me everything going on within and around you in the last day in your life and the life of Aileen. 3, drifting forward now from the age of 45. 2, to the last day within the life of Aileen. And 1. Looking around you, Aileen. What are you aware of?
My daughter is older now and she's taking care of me.
And what's taking place in this moment?
She's showing me she understands everything I've taught her.
How is it that she's showing this to you?
I can feel it.
Notice where you are in this moment. Where are you, Aileen?
In the same house.
Are you in a bed? Are you in a chair?
I'm in a chair.
In the room you're in. What room are you in within the house?
Between the living room and the kitchen.
And your daughter, where is she in relation to you?
She's standing in front of me.
And as she stands in front of you, sharing what her acknowledgement of the knowledge you gave her, how do you feel in this moment?
I feel happy, but I don't know if she will be able to pass it.
And what makes you question whether or not she can pass on the knowledge?
I don't know if she will stick to the beliefs that I've taught her.
And as you're there with your daughter in this moment, Aileen, tell me, how old are you in this last day of your life?
63.
What are you dying of, Aileen?
I don't know what I'm dying of, but I see myself coughing. And I can't get up.
So perhaps it may be illness. And as you speak with your daughter, I want you to notice, what is the teaching, the center or core of whatever it is you want to teach her? What is it? What's the core or center of what you want her to know and carry on.
To be good to the earth. It's alive.
How do you feel about the life you lived, Aileen?
I feel lonely.
And before you leave your lifetime, Aileen, notice what thought or feeling is within you before you leave your body.
I feel like I'm not ready to leave her alone, but I'm ready to go at the same time.
Understood. And as I lightly touch your forehead, breathe from the last breath of the life and body of Aileen. Yet you will not be going any further as you float somewhere above or beside the body. And you'll retain no mental, emotional, or physical impressions from the life of Aileen that do not serve your growth and evolution within the present lifetime. And as you breathe from her body, notice, where are you in relation to her body?
I'm hovering.
Not going any further. Was her daughter with her at the time of her death?
Yeah, she's holding me.
How do you feel about Aileen now that you've left her body and you see her?
That she understood.
What feels fulfilled from this lifetime? What feels like what you accomplished in this life?
Love for the earth.
And what feels unfulfilled, unaccomplished? What feels left undone?
To teach more to others.
Understood. And as you see Aileen below you with her daughter, at the time of her passing, I want you to notice and feel within you, do you leave her lifetime with any regret?
No.
Good. I'm going to count from 1 to 5. As I do, I want you to open your mind into the highest level of your being. You may lose sight of the time of passing in the life of Aileen, but not going any further as I count 1 now. Open your mind. Expand it into the highest level of your being. 2. Bridging the mind of higher self. And bringing it to you as 3. Drawing higher self in now. As you merge higher self with self. 4. You unify your identity now as self and soul. allowing the enlightened nature of your intuitive mind to speak through you with ease and comfort. And 5. What was it you set out to learn from the life of Aileen? What was the lesson of that life?
Love the land.
Love the land. And what is it you ended up understanding from this lesson in Eileen's life?
Happiness will return.
Did you fulfill this lesson or not?
I think you're asking the wrong question.
Then what question should I be asking? Was the lesson of loving the land and the understanding gained? Did it fulfill the intention of the lifetime, Aileen, or not?
It is fulfilled.
Then how does the life of Aileen either influence or affect the present lifetime?
Teach what I already know. Do not doubt.
Interesting. And what comes up for you now?
Well, I understand why.
Why what?
Why I shouldn't doubt myself. I do it a lot because I'm afraid.
And what are you afraid of?
I'm afraid that others won't learn or won't accept it.
The irony, the paradox is that the feeling outcome is that you will be left alone. Thus assuring you that you are on the absolute right path. Because the fear is meant to drive you from fulfillment.
I understand.
Yet the wisdom you gain transcends conditioned fears. So how is it you can best fulfill or further advance a lesson from Aileen's lifetime?
This time I need to branch out and affect as many people as I can, even though what I say they don't believe. It doesn't matter. I need to spark something within them.
I think I get it. Last question. How does the life of Aileen help further explain the phenomenon of receiving impressions from people in their dreams?
Wake up.
Very good. If you accept what is being said to you, through you and by you, what takes place within the lifetime of Angelina?
That my mission will be carried. For others to wake up.